Hello and a very warm welcome to you this evening to my studio. If we're just meeting for the first time, my name is Kelsey Lee Cate and I am so happy to have you with me here tonight. And if you are a fellow watcher, if you've been around for a while, you may notice a little bit of a difference to what you're seeing around you. In fact, it would be at the bottom. What do you think? And I've been playing with a little bit of a new setup where I have a camera directly here above on the keys. We've got our side view / kitty view in case they come. And then we have the studio view. So let me know what you think. Also, there's some fun surprises as well tonight. And I want to start, I think, with introducing you to a very sweet friend of mine. In fact, friends. And I realized in hindsight, I should have also gotten a selfie with their parents as well. But if you've been around for any length of time, let me know in the chat. Do you remember me talking about a little girl named Meryl? Meryl often likes to jump in the chat here, or has in the past. And we actually first met over the live stream when I was playing for Canlis Restaurant. She was 3 years old, and this was during the summer of 2020 when Canlis was actually having the pianists live streaming from their lounge, looking out on Lake Union. It was so beautiful. She loved watching me because I was a lady pianist and I had heels. So our friendship started there, and her dad, Frank, reached out to me and said, hey, you have a fan, and that's how this relationship started. And then we stayed connected. He actually works with my sister and brother, or used to, I think, anyhow. So we just stayed connected. And so Frank brought his wife Sarah and Meryl and her little brother Holmes. I was thinking Sherlock Holmes, Mr. Holmes. And you guys have to see how cute these kiddos are. Oh my goodness. And you can see Holmes, listen to me. You can see Holmes' little mischievous side. He was trying to play the notes. It was just super cute. But anyway, that's Meryl. And it was so precious to be able to meet her for the first time in person, to be able to chat with both Frank and Sarah, and to just watch this love for music blossom. It was really precious. And there's also another girl at the piano that came up today. Her name is Jane, Miss Jane. She's 5.5, she says. And her mom, Beth, brought her to the piano, and so they were also very happy to listen. And I played her a little song that I wrote when I was maybe 10 years old. It's called The Butterfly. And I never have really matured it or developed it, but it kind of goes, just to give you a little 10-second, glimpse. This is kind of what it sounds like. And so I was showing her that the flutter of the butterfly wings sounds like this. Actually did that with a couple kids today, which is really cute. So anyway, that was really special to be able to meet Meryl finally in person, and her precious bro and their family, to be able to share music with so many people. There were tons of folks by the piano today. And I'm so glad I was able to pull that picture up in time to show you, because it just really made my day. And this is why I do what I do. I remember when I was 8 years old, I went to the mall with my mom, and then we got Build-A-Bear. That was, I think, a Christmas present or something. And so I'm holding this little bear with a red t-shirt and blue overalls. It was basically like a Mario bear. And we're walking by the piano in Nordstrom, and this pianist, she's since passed, Lori Z, was sitting there playing, and she took the time to talk to me. She took the time to listen and asked me a couple questions, and then we bought her CD and she signed it for me, where then subsequently, for probably years after, I would include that in my repertoire of listening that I would listen to. And I'd have my little Walkman earbuds on the bus. I felt so fancy listening on the way home to solo piano, like the yes, anyhow. So that's a little backstory of little Kelsey. But yes, so anyhow, that's just a fun little view into why I also love to now share music in a place like that, where I get to share inspiration with the next generation. And little Miss Jane, if you're watching this, I look forward to showing you how to play that song. I promised her I'd send a little video. So there you go. Now, for the rest of you who are kids at heart, I have a little adventure that I'd like to take you on. But before we do that, I want to know, do we have any kids in the chat tonight? And I'm going to put this here as well. Because if we do, I have a little surprise. So if we don't have any kids in the chat, invite your friends that have kids, because I really want to try this, but I won't unless I know at least one kid's watching. So any kiddos in the chat? Okay. So if you remember last week, I did something new where I played a little bit of a YouTube video walking through a forest, and there's such a positive response to that. You guys really liked that. So I thought I would play with this concept and also illustrate the way that different creative mediums can really mesh together well. And I also wanted to demonstrate for you how I am inspired by watching nature. A lot of my own music is actually inspired by nature. And a lot of the times I'll visualize a place I've been or moving water. Actually, I visualize water a lot. So for this song that I'm going to play for you next, I'm actually going to pair it with a tour somebody took. And this is by, this is by the YouTube channel Canada Road 4K Virtual Tour. So if you're interested, that is what this channel name is, and the specific video is called 4K Lighthouse, West Vancouver, BC, Canada. So let me know in the chat if you've ever been to the West Vancouver Lighthouse. And a friend of mine who's a Canadian actually told me the other day that it's called, instead of here in the States, a state park, it's a provincial park. So you'll be watching this for just a minute or two as we're walking along this trail, and then it'll come to give you a different perspective, which I think is delightful. Okay, without further ado, here we go. And the song that I'm going to be playing as I do this is The Lighthouse, which is on my album Poiéma, Stories from the Piano. What'd you think? Wasn't that fun? Oh my goodness, I love that I was actually able to see. I have a really small window and it's actually 10 seconds delayed, so it's not exactly the picture you're seeing, but it's about 10 seconds apart of how it's making me feel. And that lighthouse song that I played, I suppose would be more on a cloudy version, cloudy day, because that was a very sunny blue day. But anyhow, isn't this fun? So I have another selection for you this evening of a visual sort as I play. But first I wanted to say hello to, of course, my handsome husband, David Cate. Thank you for helping to moderate everything, making sure everything works well. And hello to Michelle, good to see you. Hi. Hope you're doing well tonight. And Dennis, good evening indeed. Thank you for being with me. And Kira, hello. I'm glad you appreciate the perspectives. She calls them fancy. Wow. All right, I'll take it. Fancy, yeah. It was fun. I had some time yesterday, and so I was just looking through what the options are. I'll spare you all the details, but if a non-techie can do all this stuff, I promise anybody can do this stuff. I'm just gonna stop there. But if I make it fun and an adventure and I look at what I can do to make a better experience for you, that is what fuels me to go through and figure out the stuff. So anyways, I really appreciate that you think it looks fancy. That means a lot. Hello, Enchanted Wonder. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Let me know if there are any kids in the chat. I posted this a little bit earlier, but I have a surprise, but I'm going to hold it until I know kids are in the chat. Okay. And hello to my dear grandparents, Grandma and Grandpa, this is kind of fun. I often actually call them on my way home from playing at Bellevue Square, where normally I live stream. But on this particular day, I decided not to because the connection from Bellevue Square lately has been pretty bad, and it will actually post like 12 individual shorter videos, and it's just a very jarring experience. It's not quite the relaxing live till 5 vibe. So anyhow, but actually Masood, a very nice friend who often comes to the piano, took a video that I will post. So look for that on my channel if you're curious later. All right, so up next in our selections for this evening is actually a very different genre. It's a culinary sort. And the reason I chose this, I have goosebumps even thinking about it, is I grew up listening to music as we cooked and as we ate. And music was always a big part of my life growing up. But the smells and the sounds of the food and the coziness of the atmosphere, all of it really makes for a wonderful experience. And it's very cozy and nostalgic, and also definitely an inspiration and an influence in when I play. Sometimes, let me know in the chat if you've heard me talk about the Danish word hygge, which I'll spell it for you here so I don't give anybody a headache. And it tries to autocorrect because it's not an English word. Wait, Hygge. Yes, hygge. If you're not familiar with that word, you should Google it because it's kind of fun. And this is an illustration of culinary hygge. With that, I give you this YouTube channel's name is called 4K Ultra HD. And I should say for this video and all of the videos I'm sharing here, I'm just showcasing a portion of it. And this is for educational purposes. So I do not claim ownership of any of the clips I am sharing. And I hope that you will go and visit each of these beautiful videos afterward because they are worth watching. They're very interesting. So the specific name of this one is called Cooking in 4K. So, what do you think? Is that kind of fun to see? And also, does it make anyone else hungry? I'm a little hungry now after that. Also, I just think this is so amazing, and I have to show you because it just is amazing. And I was not planning on showing this at all, but you just have to check this person out. So this is called Primitive Cooking, and this fellow pulls all of his ingredients. I don't even know exactly where this is. I just found this cooking channel and it really inspires me. So he's doing all of this outside, but I think this one's called Handmade Borek. Don't know what Borek is. Let me know in the chat. Do you know what Borek is? It's spelled B-O-R-E-K. But he's made beef Wellington and some other amazing stuff. So I was thinking maybe next time it'd be fun to highlight one of his videos. Anyhow, and I would also love to hear in the chat, are there any things that you do in particular that inspire you in other creative ways? I would love to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and change this back. The next journey I want to take you on tonight is one of a floral nature. And this one in particular, I really love because growing up, I always was so excited when I saw a new rosebud open up in a bouquet of flowers. And this allows you to see what that looks like in in sped up time. And it is very inspiring. My husband said, now I want bread. Yep, I agree with that. Okay, so without further ado, this YouTube channel is also that same one that I just shared from before. This is 4K Ultra HD. And this particular video is called 4K Flower Blooming video. So please take a look, support these folks, give them a like, give them a subscribe, because this content is just absolutely amazing. Okay, here we go. And this one's actually longer, so I'll probably go for a couple minutes, and maybe I might even compose something new. We shall see. I just kind of left it off with a question mark because why not? A plant is never fully done blooming until it dies, right, George? Right? In case you haven't met him yet, this is George. Here, I'll turn the cute. This is also known as the kitty cam. Say hello, Joe. He is very funny. At very first, when he was a kitten and I started playing the piano, he ran and he hid underneath our bed. And he wouldn't come out at first, but now he often finds himself on my lap and he is purring up a storm. And I took probably 7 hair removal pass-throughs today, like 7 different sheets to get all the hair off. But here we are again. You know, anyhow, yes. Aw, Michelle, I'm so glad that you like seeing the videos that I picked to go along with the music. Yeah, they're very cool. Whoops, I'm gonna go ahead and stop that one, okay? Oh my goodness. And in case you haven't noticed, he keeps trying to eat my hair as well. Silly goose. Peg says that plant video was by far the best. The others were a little bit too busy with the activity and the split screens for my eye. This matched your music perfectly. Oh, that's very helpful feedback. Thank you, Peg. I appreciate it. Also, she says, hello, George. Peg says hi. So, the next selection I'd like to show you tonight is one that, no eating hair. This next selection is one that I really like, and I'm actually going to be playing a song that I wrote where when I'm describing this piece to people, I say, this is literally a song about flying, and the song's called On Aslan's Breath, and I am actually playing, thinking about a story, a mini story from the Chronicles of Narnia, where Eustace falls off. If you're familiar with Book 6, the Silver Chair, he falls off the cliff, and Polly goes to try to save him, and then she falls herself, I think. But then they both find that they find sure footing on their way down, and they're riding Aslan the lion's breath. So that is the impetus for the name, On Aslan's Breath. So here is the visual that I want to share with you, and this is from the YouTube channel called Relaxation Windows 4K Nature. And this particular video is called 4K UHD 10 hours flying above clouds. Here we go. Oh, this is so fun. I've never thought to do this before, but it sure is enjoyable to share this process with you. Thank you very much for joining this adventure with me as I just continue to try new things. And let me revert the kitty cam here. Did you guys see George in that last one? He came up and hung out with me for a little bit. That was cute. Oh, hi, Sally. She says, that's very calming, the clouds and the piano. Agreed. That's very fun. And you know, it got me thinking, I just might know somebody who does a certain kind of art with their hands and clay. Maybe I should do something about that. If you are catching what I'm throwing, picking up what I'm laying down, I'm going to stop there. Chopping what I'm frying. Yeah, I think I might actually try that sometime. That'd be really fun. Okay, I have one more scene that I want to share with you guys tonight. And this scene is very fun for me to share because there are so many moments at home growing up that I would enjoy turning the lights off, and I would just imagine, or I would have maybe one candle lit and I would imagine the stars. And for this last one, I just want to bring you into one of my muses, and I haven't really thought even what I'm going to play with this one, so this will be a total experiment. But I just want to take you stargazing with me. So without further ado, I give you stargazing. It sure would be cool to be the one assembling all of these different pieces of footage, wouldn't it? It's just amazing. My goodness. Even if you were to tell me 10 years ago that this right here, what we're doing tonight, would be possible, I'd be like, what? That's crazy. But here we are, and we're enjoying the night sky thanks to Nature Relaxation Film. I don't know if I actually mentioned this particular channel, so please excuse me. This video was from the Nature Relaxation Films, and this particular video is called 8 Hours of Starscapes. And after I finish this evening, I will be altering the description on YouTube and Facebook for these links, so that if you would like to actually go and visit these yourself, you can. Now I'm going to bring it back to my face in studio, and I just want to say thank you so much for joining me tonight. It really means a lot that you were here, and thanks, Peg. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. And hey, Jenny, good to see you. Very fun with the stars. I agree. I think that one was probably my favorite. Let me know, which one was your favorite in the chat? By the way, after this is over, I can still see your comments. If I leave, I'll leave, I have a slide after this to share with you, with actually another one of my songs, which you can hear as well. But I would love to know which one is your favorite, and if you think, should we do this more? Like, is this something that we want to continue? I was thinking something that would be kind of interesting is to maybe dip into some of the, I don't know, like home decor stuff that's fun. Like, have you ever wondered what your decor style is? We could, look at videos on that, or should we stay with nature? Did you like the cooking video? Let me know. It'd be fun to hear. But my friends, so great to see all of you tonight. I hope that you get out and you do something creative that only you can do. I hope that you can be expressive, even if it's for a 5-minute stint at a time. And I want to let you know that, and you're going to be one of the very first to hear about this, but on March 15th, in a couple weeks, I'm going to be officially launching the Create Like You podcast, which has been a little passion project of mine for a long time, but I am going to be releasing it on all podcast platforms. I have several episodes for you to take a look at, and the videos will also be available for you on YouTube. And also, I'm going to be issuing a challenge to those who play piano or would like to practice and get better at understanding music in general. And I'm going to keep it vague for now, but I'm going to be issuing a 5-day challenge on the 15th. And it's going to be something that you will need to opt in to join me on, but it's totally free. And it's going to be the very first of its kind that I've ever tried before. So if that sounds interesting and you would like to be part of this very first challenge, what I'm thinking about, just to give you a little window in, is it's going to be 5-minute videos for 5 days straight. And I want you to choose your 5 most difficult to master major scales. And it's pretty cool, actually. I've been having fun with it this week and thinking about things I've seen my whole musical life from a different perspective. It's pretty cool. So, okay. With that, let me know. And, this is awesome. Michelle says she loves the flowers and the stars. The flowers and stars are her fave. Food was cool but made me hungry. That's fair. So are you saying you don't want me to include food or cooking videos? Maybe gardening would be kind of fun, right? You're growing food. I don't know. And my grandmama says she loves the flowers and the stars. Grandma, I thought you would like the flowers. In fact, your rose bush is starting to wake up in my garage. It's kind of fun to see it start to come to life. Thank you very much for joining me, Grandma. I'm really glad you got to see this all. And as you can see below you here on the screen, I have original music that's available on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora. If you go to my website, kelseyleemusic.com, you can find out all the information. If you want to purchase a hard copy, I literally only have like 20 CDs left, period. We had originally ordered 500 CDs. This is like blowing my mind. So we have 20 left, And if you would like a hard copy, I'd be happy to sign it for you and send it your way. You can also order that on my website. But really, this is just such a fun way to be able to share every Thursday, or most Thursdays at 7 o'clock Pacific. And if you want to connect with me on Instagram, I'm there at Kelsey_Lee_Cate. Or also on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube is also a great way to go. And just my website, Kelsey Lee Music, has the link that will take you there. All right, my friends, God bless you. I hope you get inspired to do something that you will be able to do, that's a mouthful. Let me try that again. I hope you are inspired to create like you. God bless, and I'll see you next time.